Okay, so I'm getting ready to watch episode 3 of the final season of Attack on Titan. And I gotta admit, I was pretty lost in episode 1, like really disoriented, not sure what was going on. But episode 2, I started to kind of feel the groove, understand the lay of the land, and get really curious now about where things are going now that I feel I have a better understanding. It looks like Zeke is really wanting to lead a new invasion onto Paradis, and I think that's what's going to really lead to the bulk of what makes up this season. But of course I could be wrong about that, but I am eager to get going now that I've finally found my footing a little bit. I really want to grip on this story and find out who this Warhammer Titan is from the Tiber family. So with that, let's just go ahead and get to it. And it's starting off with somebody saying they're abandoned, like in this old house out of focus. I guess this might be in Liberio because she's talking about being in a camp surrounded by walls, and you see that armband on her arm. Oh, is this young Zeke? Are we seeing young Zeke here? Oh, wow. So this can't be young Zeke. This is a child whose father's Marlan, but his mother's Eldian, so he can't live with his father and vice versa. Man, that is a heartbreak. So is that Reiner? I think that was Reiner thinking back when he was a child. He wanted to be like his father, the Marlan. That adds a whole new dimension to that warrior-soldier split, doesn't it? But I guess one drop of Eldian blood is enough to make you an Eldian. Oh, wow. Has shown him in this warrior program running through the rain with guns as children and just getting talked to pretty ruthlessly here. Oh, talking about the planned attack on Paradis here. So now we're getting a little more insight. Oh, there's Annie! Young Annie! Oh man, they're going to pick 6 to become shifters and go invade Paradis. Oh wow. Already like throwing insults his way. It's cool to see Annie again. I kind of speculated that maybe Annie would show back up. Is that Marcel that's kind of trash talking him there? Oh, wow. So Reiner's accusing him of being involved with the Restorationists or something? Wow. And is that Bertolt stepping up to protect Reiner there? Oh, man. I didn't know there was this guy named Porco? I don't know who Porco is. Oh, Porco might be Marcel's brother, right? That's why he looks familiar. Not only are they de-aged because they're children here, but then there's a new animation studio, so I don't always know who everybody is, but I'm getting the thought of it. I'm getting most of it. Oh yeah, but if you get to be one of the 9, I guess you're treated like a Marlan so he can live with his dad again. Really giving me some perspective I was lacking on Reiner here. And people told me that would happen, but I was skeptic. And then off goes Annie. I want to see more about Annie as a child, too. Ooh, so who stepped on that grasshopper? Yeah. Talking about the 13-year time limit before you die, 13 years to be a hero. That's a lot for you to take in, but as a kid, 13 years sounds like forever. You know, like, geez, 13 years sounds like it's an eternity away when you're a child. That's maybe longer than he's even been alive yet at this point. Oh, what's this? So this is the same time period, but back with Eren and Armin. Oh, man, that was great. That was a great transition. And now this OP that haunts my dreams has gotten started. So I'll just take a minute to remind you, if you don't remember, I do have a Patreon now. If you're watching this on Patreon, you rock. Thank you for that. But if you think you might be interested in seeing what's going on over at the Patreon, there is a link in the video description. The Door of Hope is the name of this episode. So I'm really curious to see what that means. But wow, we're in the middle of some kind of destruction here. Oh, was that Annie? Yeah, the female Titan. Oh, we're going to learn more about the female Titan and Annie here. Wow. Oh, showing her just kicking towers down. So the female Titan, which Annie has, can also exhibit a little bit of control over the pure Titans, and we saw that. Oh, an explanation on the Armored Titan. Okay. I feel like I kind of already know the Armored Titan pretty well. Oh, and they're talking about how Brawn is a good fit for it. All right, we're seeing them get matched up with their Titans. And I guess here's the Titan that Amir got, the Jaw Titan, the Spider Monkey Shark, or whatever I called it, Spider Shark Titan. And that was Marcel, who we saw Amir eat in a flashback. And then the Beast Titan. We know the Beast Titan's powers, but I don't think they realized we're going to get a little something extra with Zeke, did they? Oh, he's all about throwing stuff. That's why he loves baseball so much. It's like his power is pitching, and that's where Zeke gets placed. And here's Duckface. Suitable for long-haul missions because Duckface runs on all fours. I'm telling you, I'll never want to call Duckface the Cart Titan. I do like how they put armor, and this Peak lady, this Peak young woman is the Duckface. And then the Colossal Titan. I wonder why they picked Bertolt for that. I don't know if I get that. Whoa! Look at that blast from that transformation. A god of destruction is how they describe the Colossal Titan. So that's Bertolt. They think he can handle it. I wish they'd said a little bit more about what it was about Bertolt they thought could handle it. Sometimes I disassociate the first names with last names. So for a minute, I was like, who the heck is Hoover? It's Bertolt. Yeah, the guy says it sounds insane to send children on this job, but they just watched the children devastate some nation they were at war with. Oh, ho! And Porco doesn't like the ones that were chosen. Porco doesn't agree. Or is this Pac? Is Pac different than Porco? I don't know. I'm still learning some of these characters. Oh yeah, Pac is Porco. But he ends up getting the Jaw Titan, right? Isn't that what happens with Amir? Oh, they're having a nice little parade to celebrate their ill fate. I call it ill fate because I think we can all understand being used as a weapon of war when you're just a child is awful. Oh, he sees his dad, and I bet his dad doesn't want to have anything to do with him. I bet his dad's ashamed of him because his mother is Eldian. He's showing him the red armband. That means he's one of the 9. Yeah, like I said, he didn't want to see Reiner at all. And this explains just further how rough things have been for Reiner. It's helping give some insight to his fractured psyche, I think. Wow, totally disowned Reiner on the spot. But his mom's proud of him. You know, sometimes that's all you need is a proud mother, right? That's what he's saying. Even without a father, he's still the chosen warrior of the Armored Titan. So he's going to go do his best. Now I can kind of understand his fractured psyche and that weird swing of extremes that he goes through once he gets to Paradis and this whole program starts. I guess we're going to see the original attack on Shiganshina, aren't we? But yeah, these kids just wandering around on Paradis outside the walls. I mean, aren't they at least a little bit worried about the Titans that are out there, the pure Titans? I know Annie has a measure of control over them, but wow. This is so interesting. Is Zeke with this group, or did Zeke come over separately? Because there seemed to be some kind of like unfamiliarity between Reiner and Zeke when the Beast Titan first showed up, but maybe I just misinterpreted all that in season 2. Or maybe it had to do with the split warrior-soldier psyche that made me not understand. I guess they do have to be a little bit afraid of the pure Titans because Amir does eat Marcel while they're out there, right? Oh, wow. Marcel wanted to protect Porco, but Porco wound up with the Jaw Titan anyway. But I guess Porco really wanted to be the Armored Titan. And now he's apologizing to Reiner because he's realizing this is a curse and not a blessing, and that he cursed Reiner to save. Oh, there's Amir! Yes, there's Amir, and here comes Marcel jumping in the way, sacrificing himself to save Reiner. And I guess Amir got away and they didn't meet up again until, season 2. Oh, you can hear him up-chucking there. I can see how that would be kind of a rough thing to watch, seeing one of your friends get eaten by a wild Titan. They all got eaten? He thinks they all got eaten? Did he just run away and not see? Because we know they didn't all get eaten. We know this. He doesn't know this. Whoa, who just kicked him? Man, Reiner is not doing well at all. I guess it was Annie that kicked him. Oh, Annie's pointing out it's the first time Reiner ever outran her was when he was running from a Titan. Oh, but they're not scouts. They're probably not good at taking out a Titan unless they're in Titan form. Oh, so this is part of why they weren't afraid of pure Titans, because they're pretty far outside of the walls. And something like draws the Titans toward the walls. Oh, so they're going to look for Ymir, but we know Ymir went all the way closer to the sea because she was all surrounded by sand when she woke up back in her human form. But they got to pursue the mission. They can't go back and get Marcel. They got to go to the wall. So interesting that these strange kids could just show up and become cadets without any, history. I guess they just said they came from the mountains or something, right? Oh, wow. Annie's got a cool perspective here. Yeah, he's saying it's not going to be easy to catch Ymir when she becomes the Jaw Titan because, the Jaw Titan's pretty powerful and fast, mobile. Yeah, Reiner's already feeling defeated here. And they can't go back without the Founding Titan. Oh, wow. She's telling him if he had been there to help him, they would have been able to save Marcel. Annie putting a whole lot of weight on Reiner's shoulders here. I didn't know there was this history between Annie and Reiner. I mean, she's stomping him into the dirt there. Oh my goodness, Annie's got some rage issues I didn't know about. She always seemed kind of cold and reserved, but I never saw her just break loose on anybody like this. Oh, wow. Oh my goodness, she just smashed him in good. It looks like, he's got the healing factor because he's a Titan, but I think that would have killed a regular kid. That kind of stomping to the head. Oh, that bloody face when he stood up. He just tackled Annie from behind and got her in a chokehold. And he just said, Reiner's dead. I'll be Marcel. That is, the first hints of his fractured psyche there. We see Bertolt breaking down with this conflict. Tears running down his face. These poor kids were not ready for this and should not have been put in this situation. Makes it that much harder for me to hate them as bad guys, and I always liked Annie regardless. But I was able to stay pretty cold towards Bertolt and Reiner. Now it's even hard to do that. Oh, is this the attack on Shiganshina? And there's Dinah. Oh, Titan Dinah. All this time I thought Titan Dinah was like a male Titan. I never even guessed that it was a female Titan. I just made that assumption. Oh, wow. Reiner thinking about his father as he just smashes through Shiganshina here. That was that day when he thinks he should have died. Wow, he really probably was pretty unhinged when he's running rampage through Shiganshina. And just tearing it to bits. Look at it. Poor Reiner. Oh, where are they waking up at? Did they sneak in with the refugees? Is that how they managed to embed themselves with the humans? Interesting that they didn't just keep operating from the outside. I guess they got to figure out who and where the Founding Titan is, right? So they have to infiltrate the humans. It's actually a pretty good plan. Cause this mass exodus of refugees into Walrose, then blend in, join the military, figure things out. Oh my goodness. Actually, pretty good plan. Glad to see how it all unfolded. Oh, what's this guy talking about? Talking about a day when some things were stirred. Is this the guy from Connie's town? When he saw Titans first show up? Oh, wow. This old guy in the cabin took in the 3 warrior candidates. He has no idea who they are. He lost 3 kids. He's just a kindly fella trying to be a surrogate father, I guess. Oh. Oh, did she make contact with Kenny? Oh, wow. Oh my goodness, who is this claiming Kenny's her father? I'm a little bit lost here. That is Kenny, right? Or is this an animation difference that I don't understand? So who is this person with Kenny? Calling him Papa. Oh, kicked a brick. Oh, wow. I don't exactly know what's happening here, but it looks pretty cool. Oh, wow. Does Bertolt use his legs to predict the weather? Like, does he have arthritis at that young age? 15 or whatever? 16, 17? Okay, so she was in the underground where Levi used to live. That was Annie that was acting like she thought Kenny was her father. Interesting. I wonder what it was about Kenny that piqued her interest. Now I got to know more about that. I am glad we're getting to see a little more insight to Annie, though. I always liked that character. Though maybe I like her a little less after this episode. So they're going to destroy the next wall. Yeah, we know this attack. Yeah, so Reiner here, that split, that dissociation of two parts of his identity, where part of him says they're devils, but part of him treats them like friends. Annie's picking up on it probably more than anybody. That was kind of kind, though. Reiner apologized for putting so much burden on Annie, because out of the three of them, she's definitely the one who seems to have the coldest shoulder, so to speak. Oh, man. This guy hung himself. Was that suicide, or what is this? Oh, the guy was telling about leaving his kids, committed suicide, hung himself. Oh, is this Aaron back in the cadet training? Yeah. I guess Reiner looking out for him. This is the first time I think we've seen, we saw a flashback of child Aaron this episode, but I think this is the first episode Aaron's shown up in. But he's worried about dying without killing any Titans. How's Reiner going to take this? Oh, Reiner's seeing himself in Aaron. And we know Aaron kind of made an impact on Reiner. But I also understand now why Reiner was trying to get Aaron to his side. Because he had that founding Titan inside of him, and that was their goal. Oh, who's this guy shooting himself? Oh, that was one of the cadets, right? I remember when that happened. It kind of shocked me in the moment. Man, they got this cacophonous piano. Oh, this is Reiner considering blowing his brains out. What happened here? I guess he decided not to do it. Wow. It was a pounding on the wall that made him stop? Who was that outside? Was that Colt or somebody? Or was... Oh, wait, this is back to present day, right? Okay, so that was Colt, I think. Man, Reiner's still feeling as miserable as ever. Starting to have some pity for the guy, which I thought maybe wasn't possible. Here's the guy that we saw suffering with anxiety, post-traumatic stress disorder, episode or two back. The episodes are starting to run together. These are packed full of stuff. Oh, wow. He kind of says he's faking a little bit because he doesn't want to go home. Hard to face his family. Oh, I guess, I don't know, maybe because of the injuries or what he did as an Eldian? I don't know. Oh, this is Falco, not Colt. Okay, Falco's talking about Gabby's going to get the power, not him. Gabby's going to get the Armored Titan power. See, I like what this guy says. Good for you. You'll live a longer life if you're not a warrior. So he doesn't want the other candidate to be a warrior. She did incredible. Okay, so the guy figured out he's talking about a girl, Gabby. But I wonder why Falco doesn't want her to be the next Armored Titan. Is he worried she'll be too vicious or too cold or won't bear the power responsibly? Yeah, he's just looking at all the casualties of this war and what's it all about. It looks like it's about natural resources more than anything. Maybe even just about like flexing on the other countries to look strong. And people are pushed by something that kind of reminds me of Everybody's Drunk on Something. But here, the something's not their choice. It's what other people are making them do. And obviously an Eldian perspective for sure here. What the Eldians are forced to do for the Marleyans just to try to feel closer to human. Oh man, he's talking about Beyond the Wall might be just a different kind of bad situation. That is definitely something this show has shown us. Things go from bad to worse quite a bit. All right, man, that was the episode. I, once again, happy getting more information. I really like that we got a little more insight on Reiner and Annie. Annie in particular, I've been very curious about. Reiner, of course, I needed that insight, I think, to understand the character more than anybody. Answering some of the questions a little bit more about the whole warrior program and that initial invasion of Paradis, which is good, you know. For the most part, I think we've all picked up the bare bones of it, but it's kind of nice to see it sort of the POV of these kids when they're there, and to see yet again how things went down with Marcel and what the actual fallout was after what happened to Marcel, to help you understand maybe a little bit more about the way Reiner felt and the way he treated Amir. All in all, season 4, the final season, it has not disappointed me yet. And I'm feeling less confused, but as it was probably clear at times here, I'm still a little bit confused. But I'm learning a little bit each episode. I just want to say I'm proud of you for watching anime, and I'll talk to you again soon.
I just want to say a big thank you to everyone who supports the channel on Patreon. It really means a lot to me. If you think you might be in a position to support the channel, there is a link to the Patreon down in the video description. Feel free to take a look at it, check it out, and see if it's something you might be interested in.